They Not Like Us has taken on a life of its own, y'all. Drake can't escape this. We've seen some legendary diss tracks in hip-hop history. LL had the streets chanting, "Can I bust?" Nas had everyone screaming, "Fuck Jay-Z."
Fuck Jay-Z. What's up, niggas? Hey, yo, I know you ain't talking about.
And Tupac had the world reciting, "Hit him up, bar for fucking bar." But this Kendrick Lamar diss, y'all, this one different. They Not Like Us isn't just a diss track, it's a cultural phenomenon. This song has completely dismantled Drake in a way we've never even seen before. First, it took over the Super Bowl weekend. Nobody even cared about the game. Damn the game. Shifting all momentum to Kendrick at the peak of the sports and entertainment world. Then it kept growing. Saturday Night Live had Will Ferrell performing his own rendition of They Not Like Us on national TV.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile. Don't worry, I'm lawyered up.
Now, even Conan O'Brien, Conan, is cracking jokes at the Oscars, y'all. And the whole crowd is laughing, dying. No laugh track. They dying, yo. Drake is no longer just the subject of a diss track. Drake is a whole meme. Here's the thing. If Drake has just chilled out, laid low, this might not even have gotten so bad. But he kept responding, kept feeding the fire, and in the process, he made it worse. Worse than Kendrick could have ever made it. And instead of controlling the damage, he walked right into the storm and let it consume him. Now, this song is tied to him forever. No matter what happens at this point, when people mention Drake, they're going to mention Not Like Us. They're going to mention this song. When Chris Brown told Quavo it should have been you that died instead, I thought that was the hardest line I've ever heard, especially from an R&B dude. But this different, y'all. This track didn't just go at Drake, it took everything from him. His legacy shattered, his reputation a joke, his mental status gone. This was a career assassination, not just a diss track. And the message from Kendrick, loud and clear. Don't you ever rap against Kendrick again. Hip-hop has always been built on competition, on proving you're the best by dismantling your opponent, either through skill, dominance, or psychological warfare. Over the years, we've seen some of the most legendary diss tracks leave permanent scars. Takeover. Jay-Z came with a calculated precision, but Nas snatched away his street credibility with Ether. Back to back, Drake made Meek Mill look like he was chasing behind Nicki Minaj, turning a battle into a joke. And the story of Adidon? Pusha T exposed Drake, exposed him and his secret son, and destroyed his public image in one of the most vicious diss tracks ever. But now, we have something different, y'all. But They Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar didn't just diss Drake, He completely stripped him of his culture cachet, shattered his psychological armor, and made him a laughingstock of the world. Not just hip-hop, the world. This wasn't just a diss track. This was a cinematic destruction. A 4-part saga that built up like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, leading up to Endgame. So now, how did Kendrick pull off what could only be considered the greatest diss track of a lifetime? Come on, let me tell you. Kendrick didn't just drop one song and call it a day. He set the stage, built anticipation, and dismantled Drake's entire existence step by step.
The throat, say Drake, I hate you like I'm young. You bet like him, I'm gonna sell black one.
The setup. Before even dropping They Not Like Us, Kendrick baited Drake into public meltdown. He started it like that. Quick jab that sent the internet into chaos. Drake tried to respond, but his shots weren't landing. Who cares about size 7 sneakers, my G? Then came Euphoria, a slow, methodical diss that dissected Drake as a man, not just as a rapper. By this point, Drake was already showing cracks. He wasn't in control of the conversation anymore. Kendrick was dictating the terms of the battle. 2. Mind games. The best diss tracks don't just clown you. They get into your psyche and expose your insecurities. Jay-Z went for Nas' career relevance. Drake made Meek Mill look weak and desperate. Pusha T exposed Drake's biggest secret and forced him into fatherhood under the public scrutiny. But Kendrick did something deeper. They Not Like Us isn't just calling Drake soft. It's calling him a certified fraud, a culture vulture, someone who only benefits from hip-hop but isn't truly part of hip-hop, a man-child, someone who surrounds himself with younger people because he can't connect with his real peers, a victim, someone who plays the tough guy in music but folds when the real pressure hits. This wasn't just about music anymore. Kendrick tore apart Drake's entire persona and left nothing standing. 3. The cultural takeover. This is where They Not Like Us becomes one of the most devastating diss tracks in history. It didn't just land, it became bigger than the music itself. It took over the Super Bowl weekend, with everyone talking about Kendrick's shot at Drake. Saturday Night Live picked it up, with Will Ferrell doing a parody performance. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Hollywood got involved, with Conan O'Brien making jokes about Drake at the Oscars, telling him, "I got my lawyers, don't you worry, Duke." Memes and TikToks ran wild, cementing this song into pop culture permanently. Drake can't escape this. No matter what he does now, this song is attached to his name forever. So where does They Not Like Us rank amongst the greatest diss tracks of all time? Let's talk about it. Ether, Nas versus Jay-Z. One of the most iconic diss tracks. Nas flipped the entire battle with this one song. The phrase "you got ether" became a hip-hop term for getting obliterated in battle. Street credibility destroyed. Jay-Z had the business, but Nas made him look like a corporate sellout with no respect from the streets. Verdict? They Not Like Us had a bigger cultural impact. but didn't invent a hip hop term like Ether did. Back to back, Drake versus Meek Mill. Drake clowned Meek Mill into irrelevance, making him look like Nicki Minaj's backup dancer. The song was playable in clubs, y'all. In clubs, they were shaking, shaking back to back, which made it even more humiliating for Meek. Meek's career took a huge hit, but eventually he rebounded. Verdict? Kendrick's diss is more devastating because it's bigger than music. It's part of the culture. Meek recovered. I don't think Drake will. Story of Adidon. Pusha and Drake. Brutal. Surgical. Calculated. Exposed Drake's hidden son, which changed his entire public persona. Made Drake look like a fraud who was forced to reveal his kid instead of taking control of the situation. Verdict? Before They Not Like Us, this was the most career-damaging diss ever. But Kendrick's track didn't just expose a secret, it erased Drake's credibility and broke his confidence. At the start of 2024, if you had told me there'd be a diss track that could overshadow the story of Adidon, I would have laughed at you. But here we are. They Not Like Us is now the standard of what a career-ending diss track looks like. It didn't just win the rap battle, it won the culture war. It didn't just hurt Drake, it erased his credibility. It wasn't just a song, it was a movement.
And Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
I study rap battles for a living.